Hello, everyone. Brenton here. We're going to be talking about some ecotherapy today, and honestly, the most basic of ecotherapy, and that's just taking a walk outside. I know it sounds funny, but in our modern society, sometimes we have to remind ourselves to remove ourselves from the virtual world that we spend so much time in, and as the kids say these days, go touch grass. But that really is what I'm here to talk to you about. So there's a lot of research about just being outside in general, let alone walking in green spaces. And that's one of the keys here, is being in places where there are things growing. The more natural it is, the better it is for you. So if you can find a place like a forest or a park or like this meadow behind me, it's great. But even green spaces are good. So city parks where there's grass, and ideally if there's big trees, you get some of that prana, some of that energy, some of those ions that are exchanged with our body. But when we walk outside, research shows that a couple things happen. First and foremost, why many of us, if you've ever taken a walk outside and you feel peaceful or more calm afterward, it's because by walking outside, we actually lower the cortisol in our brain. So cortisol is a stress hormone. And so when that starts to lower, we start to feel more calm. We start to feel more grounded and at ease. Our anxiety or depression starts to alleviate when that cortisol starts to disappear. So sometimes just walking outside for 15 or 20 minutes, or the sweet spot, 2 hours a week, being outside in a wooded setting like this actually really starts to change your brain chemistry. But what's more is when we walk outside in a natural setting, we actually start to reduce the rumination. So that inner critic, the thoughts that we have that we tend to mull over and kind of stew on and darkens our mood, that all starts to decrease. It's almost like it's drowned out from the sounds of the natural world and even the quietness around us. So not only are we feeling more calm and more grounded, but we're feeling more still, more open. And anecdotally, that's that sweet spot where we start to really let nature in. In many traditions, they wouldn't call this ecotherapy, they would call it normal, because humans have lived intimately connected with the natural world for hundreds of thousands of years. We were working with fire, we were sleeping under the stars, we were sitting with our backs against trees and putting our bare feet on the ground, and we just don't do that anymore. So it's important that we remember to re-enter the natural world like this, because our bodies were actually built for it. We evolved to walk barefoot on the grass, to exchange our energy with trees, and to remember that we grow like them too. So this is our friendly reminder to take a walk in the park at some point. Ideally after a meal, it'll help your digestion a little bit too. But to be on the ground, to remember that we're connected with the earth. And sometimes all we need is a little walk in the park to not only benefit the planet, but also ourselves. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.